But yeah, we got a video to play.
Yeah. So the video we're gonna play, guys, it's actually going viral right now. A bunch of you guys have sent me this video. It's from Shaquille O'Neal, as you guys know. I said NBA player, not WNBA. NBA legend, obviously, Hall of Famer. Gonna go down in the history books as probably one of the most dominant centers of all times, arguable in the top 5. But yeah, he's made some comments recently that it's kind of funny. It's going viral all over the place because the rest of the world is blue pilled as fuck. But you guys are going to see here, and we're going to get the ladies' takes on it. So let's play the clip real fast. And where do you say this, Mo? Where did he say this
podcast.
on, like, he said on a podcast?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, if I remember correctly, that was your talking point. But we'll
see here
that.
in a second, man. These niggas be watching us. I'm telling y'all, man.
Literally.
All right, let's go ahead. What is this from? Big podcast? Never heard of it. But all right, let's run the clip here.
You open up to a woman?
Yeah.
Never. No, never.
When's the last time you think you've opened up to a woman?
We don't.
Your whole life?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah, got players like I couldn't. Me and him related.
Yeah.
It's our first time meeting,
Yeah,
but
I can tell you guys, there's
I
some
don't.
connection here.
Oh, no.
They gonna tell you can't.
Because you know why?
But it's a trap.
Because you know why?
I'm trapped like a motherfucker.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because once you do, whenever something go down, they're going to throw it back in your face.
That's
why.
That's real.
That's why. So you can't ever.
That's why you crackers, your dad left.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
shit.
true.
I never threw anything personal or hurtful back in anybody.
Okay.
Either. That's,
Yeah, me
that's
either.
So
I think
yeah, that was I think that's a character.
Agreed.
He's got a point.
Don't worry. I will come back so you guys can each give your take on that. We'll start here with Miss Bolivia since she ended last. What are your thoughts on that? Is he right? Is he wrong?
Well, I don't think he's right or wrong. It's just some women will do that, but not everybody.
In your opinion.
Okay, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. You know,
Stop the cap.
I'm very traditional.
But they're not opening up to you, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. I'm very traditional.
Yes,
you
I
know,
think-
men in my family, they are like, you know, controlling them. And I don't want you guys to, you know, share my opinion. I just want to respect it. I understand not everybody thinks like me.
She's being nice.
We love what you're saying, though.
I love
Thank
it. I want to
you.
move out of America.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I'm very chill. I'm very nice. I never get trouble.
Wait,
I
hold
get
on.
in
You're
trouble.
very traditional?
Yes, I'm very
Your
traditional.
IG is not.
Oh!
That's all I gotta say, bro.
Exposed.
Your IG is crazy, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, man.
What should we put on there, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Uh-oh.
She low key, bro.
Bolivia.
She low key.
Damn.
What's on there, Chris?
No, there's nothing
always
there.
looking.
Oh,
Oh!
You
Wepa.
want to scroll down?
Oh!
Hey, we got rolling right now.
She on the yachts.
She on
She on the balcony.
She came in with a
She in
t-shirt
Miami,
on.
nigga.
Bro, she's not traditional,
said,
bro.
"Okay."
Men don't even traditionally do anything, so why the hell
She in the
are they
snow.
supposed to? They don't even
Bro,
traditionally pay
She on the
bills.
water.
Y'all
She in a
traditionally
bus.
do things just
She in a
because
bus.
broke it.
Oh, God.
That's hilarious.
I
But you
just
Matador?
work for a very rich family, so everything is my
Okay,
cost
okay.
family.
Girl, you don't
Well,
have
where
to
is the
explain
family
yourself.
Right.
Men are not explaining
there they
themselves
go.
about being whores,
Exactly.
so you don't have to explain anything.
No,
Nigga
no,
said,
it's okay. I
"Goddamn."
want to share.
Tell them you post
Look
what
at
you
her.
want to post.
Damn,
Coconuts too? Oh, hell no.
She in Barbados?
yeah, Barbados.
I don't know that, bro.
She in Barbados, bro?
All right.
Bomboca!
Okay, thank you for that.
Stop it.
I got you.
Stop it now.
Yeah, we got your point.
All right. Was Shaq correct in his assessment here?
Yeah.
Was Shaq correct in his opinion? What do you think?
I don't think so. No, because if you're throwing it back in your man's face, you're probably doing it to your girlfriend's faces too. So something's wrong with you.
But let's be honest here. When we get emotional, they get upset. They may love you, but you're like, you know what? You're pissing me off today, buddy. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and they throw it in your face. It may not be warranted, or it may not be what you want to do, but like things happen. You know, you get upset.
I mean, yeah, but does
Yeah.
that mean you just don't open up to anyone ever because you're scared that it's gonna be thrown back in your face?
But again, why would I open up if it's gonna be a possibility that could happen to me as a man?
I
Isn't
guess.
it the same vice versa though with a girl?
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen, but let's be honest here. Most
Yeah.
men that open up to their woman is seen as like a taboo because this happens all the time. So
So you disagree with Shaq's take then?
Yeah.
Okay, you disagree.
What
What
about
about you?
I would say I do disagree in a sense.
Why?
Only because I feel like actually I take that back. I do kind of agree because you made a good point that like in the heat of an argument there's always a possibility if you know a woman just speaks her mind like very like irrationally maybe, that she says something that she probably regrets. So there is a chance, but when I think about it, that's what a relationship is. It's gonna happen. So it's yeah. It doesn't mean that a man. It doesn't mean that a man shouldn't open up though, in a sense, because it's just a relationship and it's I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's my take.
All right. What do you think? Agree, disagree?
I agree. I agree.
So that contradicts. Okay.
I know.
All right.
I know. But I've done it before, so I'm like,
Oh shit.
you know,
All right.
at the heat of the moment, if that happens, it does happen. But I mean,
All right. Well, being honest, at least. What about you? You agree, disagree?
I agree when he says like women, but I still stand by what I said about wife. And then when it comes to the girlfriend, I just, like I said no until he really knows that that's gonna be his wife. And I still believe that real vulnerability should come once you make that full commitment. And then also to like kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, like this is why vulnerability in a man who's not healed can turn into something bad, because you guys all were like, well, I mean, he could throw it back in my face. That's a man who's unhealed and who's being vulnerable, who's being like sad or upset or whatever, and then jabbing you. So that's what I'm telling you. Like, you can't want something from a man and not really know him and know what he's gone through, and then something bad could happen. It could get sticky.
yeah.
So I agree with Shaq.
Okay. So you think it should be reserved for only your wife to open up?
Yeah, and I think at that point you have to really know. Like, for example, if you're gonna marry someone but you do have like a open relationship or something where like he's successful and he wants multiple women, I don't think he should be vulnerable with any of them, because he might have more than one wife. He might have whatever. It could get messy. Like now one feels like she's more important than the other because he pillow talks her and not the other one. So at that point you just gotta stay 10 toes and not tell nobody shit. But if you're gonna really be serious with one person and put in the time and everything, like actual dedication, because to be honest, even me as a woman, I'm not vulnerable unless I know that's gonna be my husband, you know what I mean? And like I haven't gotten there yet, other than what I said about the dude earlier, where I felt like that could be somebody that I could really be with, committed.
So would you say that in a marriage a woman values security probably at the highest level because now you're married to that person?
Absolutely, as well as protection.
Okay. So if you value security and protection at an even higher level at marriage, wouldn't it be counterproductive for you to open up vulnerability-wise when you're the one that's tasked with protecting and securing her? Because you're showing weakness. But that woman depends on you to provide her security at an even higher level now because you guys are now married. So if someone is looking to you for security and strength at the highest level because now you guys are married, wouldn't it be counterproductive to open up and be vulnerable?
I don't believe so. And the reason why is because if my husband did that for me and it was something that I really needed him to do that for, I would actually see him as stronger, because that took a lot, you know?
That's a good point, but what if she thinks opposite? Oh, now my nigga's weak. I don't like that.
That's not her husband. It's my husband we talking about. I wouldn't look at him like that.
You have a good example, but she might not. So I'm going to assume that if I open up to you, it could be either way. But then I jeopardize my relationship because I don't know what's going to happen. Or how you're.
And then also, you got to look at like women overwhelmingly initiate divorces and breakups. And on top of that, I could lose half my money, lose my alimony, lose my kids, have to pay child support. And I'm the one that's tasked with securing you. So like, why would I put all of that up for risk and be vulnerable to you when you might not take it the right way?
Well, I think a lot of the women who initiate these divorces and things like that, in my personal opinion, it's kind of obvious from the beginning. Like, yeah, she has good qualities and good traits, but there's things that she's asking for, she wants, that at some point, if you don't have it, she probably won't stick around.
But can you agree as well, women fall in love and they fall out of love? So they might love you at the beginning, but let's say you get fat, you know, you tend to be not as productive as you used to be. She falls out of love. So at the beginning,
and women get bored in relationships way faster than the men do.
So you might not really know at the beginning because she might love you all the way, but it might change.
I think if a woman falls out of love with you, she never loved you to begin with. I think, to be 100% honest, because I think real love is like forever. Like even if that person, it wasn't to work out.
So you think it's unconditional?
My love is unconditional.
You're single.
So hold on.
But listen, you want to know why?
I got you.
Why?
You want to know why?
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
You're a man that you love. What if he hits you? Are you going to stay? And say, oh, it's unconditional.
Here's the thing. So
remember, you made a documentary.
I know. And here's the thing. And this is like, I hope I could say this online and it's not gonna sound crazy because I don't condone violence, right?
Don't say it. I know what you want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I won't say it.
She's gonna justify. Okay, say it.
No, I'm not gonna justify. What I was gonna say is, again, if I'm putting myself in a position where I'm with someone who might have some sort of issue or might have whatever, but I want to work through that. Like, I'm not talking about full blown abuse. I'm not talking about, getting like super hurt or anything like that. But if you're doing something crazy and you're putting your hands on him, if you're wilding out and he slams you real quick, why are you now gonna be like, hey, oh my God, what did he do to me? Like, I'm gonna sit my pretty ass down and I'm gonna be like, I just did some shit to get this man out of character. Let me give him some space. That's why I said it's a sticky thing to say. But I'm just being honest.
Remember,
if I'm married and I have children, I'm not saying I'll put up with everything, but I don't think I would leave if he cheated. I don't think I would leave like right away. You feel me? Because where I'm at in life, I don't attract that kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like, men don't treat me that way.
Where's your last ex?
Where is he?
Yeah.
I mean, we stopped talking. It was like right when my mom passed away. So I kind of wanted to leave that like in the back end of things because it was too painful for me to continue to bring somebody who saw me go through so much after we broke up. Like, I was like,
he was the one. I don't know.
No, he wasn't the one. Not the recent ex. I'm talking about the one from 5 years ago. I consider him my actual ex.
I like what you're saying, but you didn't answer the question. You know why? Because ultimately,
well, because I don't want to say that I'm condoning something, but yes, I would say because it's not about. Like I said, I'm not talking full-blown abuse, but sometimes people get out of character and they do things that they regret. And if I love this man and I'm serious and I brought him out of character, I got to sit with that and reflect on me. Like I said, there's a limit.
It because you're saying if he gets you if you get him out of character, what if you don't do anything?
Oh, no, that's different.
He gets drunk. He says, you know what? I messed up in life. I hate my life now. I want to change. He just changes randomly.
But is that
Are you gonna stay?
Yeah, no,
unconditional love still?
But that's what I'm saying. I can unconditionally love. If you're gonna, like I said, that's abuse now because you're bringing alcohol into it. You're bringing things that are
not
like
unconditional then.
No, it is, but that's not that. Come on, that has to be like there's a limit. Remember earlier we were talking about boundaries. That's crazy.
Unconditional love is
Exactly.
unconditional.
Yeah,
but do I have to stay to unconditionally love him? Can I love him forever and not stay?
But you're leaving.
So
there's a condition.
That's
See,
why I left
that's the
my
whole point here. Listen,
but leaving doesn't mean you don't love
You got
someone.
it. No, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You right then. I guess I have a little condition.
Oh, this is fresh.
All right.
Cool.
What about you? Do you agree with Shaq?
No.
You don't? Why not?
So I know a little bit of Shaq's history in dating, and he doesn't have a successful relationship. I think me seeing my parents, literally, I'm not saying this or that. I think me seeing two human beings meet at 17 and 19, create a family. My parents were young, so I went through everything with them, and I can say the reason why my parents are still together, the reason why both my grandparents were still together, is because of accepting each other's flaws and all.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
So you said Shaq. You disagree with Shaq because
You've seen
his own personal relationships?
No, what I'm saying is that it makes sense. He hasn't had like a successful relationship, and that makes sense. I think if a man feels that way, one, that's fair. So no one is right or wrong for not. That means he's never had that kind of love before. I believe so. I believe that means that he hasn't met the one. Because when you meet the one, they allow you to be yourself, human to human. It doesn't even matter whether you're my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my wife, my husband. Who are you? And I want you to feel comfortable enough. I think that's why they say we should be friends before anything. And that's what I believe. So I believe if you're married to somebody, how do you get past the best friend stage? How do you get past the friend stage? So if it's your friend or your best friend, you should be able to be vulnerable with them. Not completely vulnerable to where you're telling them everything, but at least to where I can get to know you, you can get to know me. What hurts you? What triggers you? Because that's how I can know what not to bring up, what not to say. And if the person really loves you, they're not going to do that.
No.
They're not
Because the
gonna.
first thing you said was like Shaq doesn't have successful relationships
No,
before.
I don't think that he. Yeah, I know about like a few of them that he.
Would it be that it wasn't successful? Maybe he got rid of the girl, or what was it? Why was it not successful?
Well,
because,
Shaq cheated a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, I'm not saying that. But if you're cheating and then you don't want to be vulnerable with somebody, why are you in a relationship? That means you're having someone fulfill your needs, which is okay if that's what you want as a man. But you can't get mad when you don't have a successful relationship like my ex, if that's how you want to carry yourself, because that doesn't bring a successful relationship. I never judged him, my ex, or nothing, but I'm letting him know. I know that that's not the way to a successful relationship. And if you want me to submit, I have to trust you. And if I know you're going on an unsuccessful path, why would would I submit to you? You're gonna
Well, I mean-
lead me to the abyss of hell, and we're gonna be there together. And then, of course, you're
So
gonna
what
leave
would-
me because you're gonna leave me for a woman who has boundaries and standards.
Wait a minute. You said it earlier. Your parents, right, are still together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in their day, I mean, they're probably pretty still young. Wait, how old are your parents?
50, 51, I don't know.
Well, let's
They're
say
very early 50s.
your mom stayed with your dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because she understands duty, probably, right? She understands that even though my husband cheated on me, it's about family.
So maybe this is why my mom came out of a very toxic house home. And I'm a recording artist, number one, so I don't mind sharing things, and I will never hurt anybody that I love. But my mom came from an alcoholic family, and I don't think she was taught. So when she met my father, she was very unemotional to love. She was unemotional to everything. But she was sexually assaulted as a young kid, and she had 5 daughters, so she did not want to leave my dad. And I believe that God above all, I believe that led her to not leaving him, but it ended up her being able to work with him. Now, it could be any reason that you stay with a person.
Okay, let's look outside of your family. There's grandparents and parents that are still together, and the guy cheated. Why are they still there? It's because they don't understand duty is very important. So I get it. She had a really bad past and a lot of trauma, but she understands what it is to be with somebody long term. Nowadays, what happens? You meet somebody, you get bored, they get fat.
Yeah,
they don't do what you
we
like.
don't stick things out anymore at
Because
all.
You know why? There's options. You know what? You're not doing what I want. I'm gonna leave. But that art of staying with for somebody for duty is gone.
But that's why we're all 30 and single. Because when younger back in the days, it was like, it was standard. It wasn't saying, so those standards to kind of like want to be in a relationship, you have to like be in a family, that kind of kept you from just leaving because you can. We leave now because you feel like you can. Like, oh, I somebody better or something. But that's not true because.
But hold on, you mentioned earlier the one. There is no one. It's who you choose to be with. Because by default, people change.
Yeah, but see,
Things
the one
happen.
could be I chose the one. It doesn't mean like the one that's the only person. I don't believe in that. I believe in the one that you choose to be with. My parents stuck together because they chose to stick together with each other. They decided jointly that, you know what, you're the one for me, I'm the one for you, and let's make it work.
I'm just saying it's a choice. And
Absolutely,
for
I
you to
believe
want to
so.
leave somebody because they cheated, that's a choice you're making. But
Mhm.
in reality speaking, let's be honest here, men are going to do what they do regardless.
Mhm.
So you leave him because he cheated. I mean, why?
See, that's why my mom is a goat. I don't know. She understood that, and I didn't understand that. But I think my mom understood. Okay, I have 5 daughters, and like I said, that's why her fear, her standards kept her from just going out and doing whatever because she wanted to, because there
Correct.
was more.
But even better, you're in the industry. Gucci man, Keisha Kiora, right? You understand how things work.
They're
and-
from down south. I'm from New York. I don't know.
But hold on. Successful guy. I'm not saying he does anything, but let's be honest here. He's in the industry. Things are going to happen. But she's staying there. Why is she staying there? She understands I made a choice. He's the one for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice. Is what I'm trying to say here.
I believe so. Yes.
So-
And whatever everybody has a boundary. Everybody has. My mom taught me that from younger, and that's what she. So my mom explained this to me with my dad. Her dad was an alcoholic and he was abusive. So my mom taught me, because of course she has 4 daughters. So we want to know why you're staying around. My mom said everybody has limits. You have hard hearts and you know, and something that say absolutely not. So she said with my father, what she wanted to do is she didn't want to be with someone who was abusive, and she didn't want to be with an alcoholic. So personally, that's something that she didn't mind. Like the lady used
Her
to call
limits,
my
yeah.
mom's house. My mom used to be like, I have a house, I have a car, I don't care about that woman. But that was my mom's view. So, you know,
right,
would
let's
that
move
work
on.
for me?
Yeah.
Maybe not. But do I learn from my mom? Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
What fresh? What Chris?
No, because she's, I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm on MTV or some shit.
No, I
BET.
get what you're saying though. But hopefully there's a change here
It's
because
like-
I feel like I'm watching.
you might be spinning your
All
wheels.
right, okay, what about you? Do you disagree with Shaq's statement or no?
I'm so lost. So Shaq,
He said, "Don't open up because you're gonna throw it to your face. Don't be vulnerable, women. Don't do it."
yeah, I agree with him. I think women are very emotional and men are very logical. And I respectfully disagree with you. I mean, my dad,
That's okay.
I mean, my mom's been a stay-at-home mom for like over 20 years, and I was raised with that. And I think I don't know, my dad's busted his ass off, and I've never really seen my dad been vulnerable or emotional. He gets it done for the family. Like that's it. I don't know. And I think my dad's definitely the prize, and my mom's just stuck around for the family, and that's that.
No offense, but would you disagree with me about?
I haven't lived like it's hard for me to relate to your life, but yeah, it's hard for me to relate to you. I don't know. I'm just saying like.
Oh no,
based on
so it's hard for
personal-
you to relate. You don't disagree, but it's hard for you to relate. That's two different.
Yeah, I'm just saying like based on Shaq, like I don't know, like based on my dad, like I agree, like my dad's definitely just
She
I don't know.
disagrees that men shouldn't open up because you're saying men should open up.
I'm not used to a man opening up because my dad's just very logical. He gets shit done. Like my mom's very like emotional, and I if my dad ever, I wouldn't. Yeah, my mom's extremely emotional, so I don't expect him to
I
open up.
also think to each his own. We all from birth was born a whole bunch of different ways. There's 17 years that no one can account for. You can't tell two people to act the same.
But hold on.
You know?
You're using the excuse of your past trauma to determine your future actions. Can we agree that like it's your choice ultimately?
What do you mean mine? Because I didn't.
No,
I
I'm saying
said
in general. Because you always say, for example, he had trauma, you had trauma, your mom had trauma. Yeah, but it's a choice you make. You can overcome that and make a choice for yourself.
no, I already chose for myself. I'm talking about my parents. That has nothing to do with me. I decided to wait until I grew up. I think us in America, we make everything about relationships and we don't really make things about learning ourselves. I think that's why when they said unconditional love, it's hard to say unconditional love because the person doesn't even know themselves. So how are you going to tell somebody to unconditional love me and I don't even know myself? I think that as time, I think that's why even though a lot of us are pushing 30 and single, I think the world is different. I think we're taught to know each other. And I think that when you get to know yourself, then you can choose who to be with. This works for me. This doesn't work for me. But if you're like, okay, I like you and you like me, let's just be together. And you don't even know, like, even though I like you and you're fine. I'm attracted to you.
It takes time.
But yeah, but you know, I don't know your household. I don't know what you were raised. I don't know your values. I don't know if what you've been through is what I've been through. So you might think this way because that's how she was born and I was born different. So that's why I told her, please don't feel bad because I know that how I was raised, I know for sure was not how everyone else was raised.
What do you say
I
to
was
that?
not expecting that.
What about you? Did you have something to that? Okay, but you agree with Shaq on the not showing vulnerability
I mean,
thing.
I don't think life's that complicated. I think that
Tell her, sis.
To each their own.
Respectfully, though, I mean, I just
Because
think
my childhood was complicated.
Yeah.
I don't think life's
Why?
that
I don't know.
complicated. I mean, I think it's just I don't know.
Why? I don't know.
She's saying.
Well, we're two different cultures,
Hold
so
on.
I'm
Can
pretty
you
sure
guys-
there's
hold
a
on,
lot
hold
of
on, hold on.
balancing.
Can you guys let her speak, please? Go ahead. You were trying to say? Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think life's that complicated. I think like as women, we're just like, I don't know. Like I personally, like I'm just worried about like getting to the age where my eggs run out. I just want to have kids ASAP, and I want to be a mom.
Damn, she wants kids, man.
Yeah, I definitely want kids.
Yeah, I want kids.
I want to. Yeah, I don't know.